Okay, it's finished here. Dorking Wanderers 3, Hemel Hempstead 2. Mark, that doesn't really tell the story of that game, does it?
No, mate. Got a lot of respect for Bobby and Hemel, but if that is a boxing match, mate, the towel comes in, even in the first half. Honestly, on clear-cut chances, we could have scored 12 goals on clear-cut chances. I thought it was a phenomenal performance from Wanderers. You can see the hard work they've been putting in on the training field. You can see the improvement in Rutherford, Pryor, Bowerman, Jimmy, all across the front line. The energy of Noel coming back in. Josh Brooking, obviously, in a different postcode. Listen, the football we played was amazing. The chances we created were brilliant with the football. Possession is going to be 70%, 11v11. If Hemel got anything out of that game, you'd have to call the police for a robbery because. But listen, it was ironic that they chipped one in from out of nowhere with half hour to play. But the disappointing bit was a referee. You know, I said to him at half time, using my experience, that yellow card for Tony Craig was so poor. Yeah. And I went up to him at half time and said, you've given him a yellow card for a striker that's clearly using his body weight and backing him. Yeah. Right? I said, and you've given a yellow card. And I said to him, you could end up changing the game with that yellow card. And it's a really bad decision that nearly did change the game. He's a good lad. He'll learn from it. We've had a chat about it. He'll learn from it because I think he knows it. In hindsight, he was backing in. In hindsight, it weren't a yellow card. So, yeah, listen, we had to show resilience for the second week running to win the game. Yeah. So to a degree, I kind of like that. You know, the fans saw, you know, where we are. I thought it was great. Some of the new boys now, like Milson and Brooking, are looking really more and more really good games. Yeah. They're so good at the back. Yeah. So nothing but positives, you know, nothing but positives. And, you know, I love it for the wankers. Sorry, that's not allowed, that W word. Sorry, apologies. For those supporters that have got right behind us when a few of them, you know, sort of haven't. I love it. That win for them, that style of football for them. Come to Meadowbank, get entertained. Home games every week, and we'll still take it. Yeah, we'll still keep our feet on the floor. It was 3-2 going on, honestly, 8-9-0, and that's no disrespect. It really isn't to Bobby. Bobby's a good football manager who will know that. That's the sort of prowess we've got, and we just need to build on it and keep working hard.
Do you, how are you finding it with just the Saturdays at the moment and then that week of training? Because at times, at the start of the game, you almost look like you've got 11 players out there that are like Coral Springs, desperate to play football without those Tuesday matches, and they just look up for it and ready from the first whistle and right on the front foot, you know. And Carter's almost scored very early on as well. And when the first goal came after 7 or 8 minutes, it was almost as though you just thought, well, that has been coming, and that's hard to say after such a short period of the game.
Yeah, I thought it was the same last week against Hornchurch, you know. Teams have got to stop us playing football. That ain't easy. We're good. And you know, you've got to remember we had a torrid start to the season. Yeah. We had to travel to Torquay, travel to Truro, travel to Eastbourne, Avery on a Monday night, 2 Monday night games, 2 Monday games, right? Yeah. And we've done all of that with loads of injuries, loads, and we was on our arse, to be quite frank. And what we've done is be resilient, took the criticism from the minority, and now we're going to attempt to bring winning football. You know, we're going to do what we can do. I think everyone's seen today we've got a real good class of player. A lot of work to do. There's always work to do. But what you're seeing is now where we've brought in the new players, they're starting to bond in the team. Yeah. And, we take one game at a time. But I'm really excited by what I saw today. And the fans should go home really excited because that's what levels up the times when you don't. So, yeah, really good, mate. And the supporters were incredible. Really good. Yeah. Really, really good. And thanks to the Hemel supporters as well who... thought they was going to pull off the jailbreak.
With the sending off, there's been a lot of already people have said to me, was it a second yellow card or was it a straight red? Bit unsure down the far end. Can you clear that up?
It's inexperienced refereeing. It wasn't a foul. The second one wasn't a yellow. The first one wasn't a yellow.
Giving him 2 yellow cards.
Inexperienced refereeing. You've only got the new laws of the game. Let a lot of contact go. You know. But today, he didn't referee that way. He done loads of things well, but he did not let enough contact go. If you're going to punish centre arse who are getting put on their arse, being backed into with a yellow, and then to be, to find that,
Yeah.
on.
It wasn't really a bad foul in the game, was there? It wasn't anything
No, it wasn't.
Appeared but worthy of it as a yellow card or anything, really.
No, yes, I thought I'm really glad for the game that those yellow card decisions didn't change the outcome, because that would have been really disappointing.
So obviously now another week for the next game, but also what you were just saying about just then, Mark, as well. I suppose you're now starting to feel vindicated that you've made those changes quite early in the season, whereas in the past we've spoken about perhaps boosting the squad with loans or players coming in. You've obviously got Milsom and Brook in, and now Jack Clark that's come in, and those players, and Theo as well, and that have all come in since the season started, that obviously weren't part of those initial games as well. And you must feel pretty satisfied that they're kind of working out, and they look like typical Wanderers footballers, don't they?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, a lot of credit to Jonathan Bynes, our chief exec, Dylan, our physio. They've been grafting with loads of detail behind the scenes. Also, our shareholders, our ownership group, constantly helping us fund the project to go forward. It's a real team effort, supporters, management team. And look, we saw today that we, Dorking Wanderers, are far from finished, are they?
Yeah.
We're a very resilient club, very resilient team, and I was really proud of the lads today. I thought it was outstanding.
Yep.
And honestly, if that's a boxing match, mate, the towel comes in. Anyone knows that, don't they? So, but listen, doesn't guarantee us anything next week.
No.
Fresh week. Tony will be out for a game.
Yeah.
George had whiplash apparently.
Yeah.
Which is strange. But yeah, listen, we'll just keep working hard, mate, and thanks to all the fans for getting behind us. That's what we love, mate. And I'm going to go back to Super Dish tonight.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. So it's your
Yeah.
birthday. What's the birthday meal of choice tonight now then? Is it going out to Super Dish or takeaway in the car on the way home?
Super Dish, yeah. I went to Dolphin last week, display Lacalorti. And going back to Super Dish. Going up there, mate, to get chippy chop chips and chippy chop chips, and that's the plan, mate. Me and Cole Palmer at Super Dish. And if Cole's listening, or someone can send it in, Cole, get yourself down to Super Dish, get all the shit ones at the bottom, and we'll eat them together and talk about when you're 38 and turning out for the mighty Wanderers.
Right, thanks very much, Mark. Hopefully that's been the ideal birthday present for you. You wanted 3 points, you got them, and you got a really good performance as well, and lots of support from the fans and everybody that was here, and it's finished in lovely sunshine as well.
On that one, I want the fans to come back next week, pack it out even more. Let's put 2,000 in a home game, because them boys, they're going to take some stopping at Meadowbank.
Yeah.
Last time we had a really good season. We can see, I think we lost 5 points all season at home. It's a hard place to come.
Yeah.
So let's try and make it that again, but one game at a time.
Thanks, Mark. Enjoy the rest of your week,
James.
and
Thanks,
see you
mate.
next Saturday.
Cheers, mate.